A Dozen Pairs of Shoes, written by Gatmaitan. My father was a shoemaker. Shoes made by him were really famous in town. A lot of people would come to us to have their shoes made. They were durable, the workmanship was really excellent, and their designs truly creative. My friends and classmates often wished they were in my shoes. They said I was lucky to have a shoemaker for a father. Why? I always had a new pair for every occasion. I was in the second grade when my mother became pregnant again. We'd waited so long to have another baby in the family.
If she's a girl, we'll have her take up ballet lessons. From now on, I am going to start learning how to make ballet shoes,
Tatay said. But not all of my father's dreams could come true. When we saw my baby sister for the first time, we were also shocked. She had no feet. It was as though her feet had been cut off. The rumors began to spread. People were saying a lot of nasty things. Nanay, why doesn't Susie have feet? I had this infection. I caught German missiles while your sister was growing in my tummy. My mother narrated sadly. I really felt very down. Not for myself, but for my tatay and Susie, and for all the elusive dreams that could never come true. I felt and saw how my father and mother loved Susie. They were always ready to keep her from harm. While in bed one night, I heard tatay talking to Susie.
Susie, fate or no fate, your nanay and I love you very much. You are special in the eyes of God. What's important to us is that you grow up to be a good person, believing in yourself.
He kissed her warmly. Susie and I were really close as we grew up. We found a lot of games that didn't need the use of feet anyway. That was when I realized we were both better with our hands than with our feet. I was good in painting, and she was good in writing stories. Susie once woke me up to tell me about her dream, about a most unusual pair of shoes that looked so good on her feet. She has feet in her dream? I wondered to myself. Believe me, ate, I dreamt of a beautiful pair of shoes. It's made of yellow patent leather, adorned with sunflower up front. What I noticed was, whenever her birthday was drawing near, she would always dream of shoes. Ate, I dreamt of another pair of shoes. It's made of red velvet with a big side buckle. She also told me about the open-toed blue shoes with her own toes peeping through, the white shoes with tiny heels and red bow, the denim shoes embroidered with the moon and stars, the sandals that look like a fishnet, the purple shoes with a round crystal attached near the toe. It never ceased to amaze me at how she could remember even the tiniest detail of the shoes in her dreams, and she thought of these shoes like they were her very own. After a few years, my father retired from making shoes, except for the customers he simply couldn't refuse. Shortly after that, tatay became sickly. Susie was 12 and finally he left us all for good. One day, I found a box that looked as though it hadn't been touched for some time. Opening it, I found several small shoe boxes neatly piled on top of each other. They were my father's best creations. I was even more startled when I read the dedication written on a small tag.
For my dearest Susie, on her first birthday.
My father had been making shoes for Susie all this time. 12 shoes all in all. I burst out crying when I saw the shoes. I hadn't realized till now how deep tatay's love was. I brought the 12 pairs of shoes to my mother and Susie. Ate, these are the shoes I dreamt about. Susie couldn't believe her eyes as she caressed each shoe. Suddenly, I remembered all the shoes that Susie had described to me in the past. In my mind, I thought, did my father's love cross over, reaching out to Susie's dreams so she could wear the shoes he made for her? I am not sure. What I am sure about is that life isn't perfect. Just look at the way my sister was created. But there are perfect moments, like the moments when my father created the most beautiful shoes for Susie.